So welcome to Dynamic Foundry Group small video section. Today we are going to see a small video on role of QA and QC, that is quality assurance and quality control in controlling rejections in the foundry. So we are first going to see the difference between QA and QC, that is quality assurance and quality control, and then we are also going to see the role of quality assurance and quality control in reducing the rejections. So let us start. First, let us understand what is quality control. Quality control is controls outgoing quality as per customer requirements. So quality control is a quality department which controls the quality of outgoing material as per customer requirements. It is a sorting type of activity that is essential, non-essential, like that. It is nothing but a post-mortem. Inspection is non-value added activity, that is waste. Customer is non-paying us for the inspection. It can be only add to our cost as inspection cost, rework cost, or cost of rejection. So QC is a very old style of quality function which ensures that the quality is inspected and OK parts are passed on to customer. So the parts are sorted out for OK parts and non-OK parts. OK parts are sent to the customer, not OK parts are either rework or salvage, or some deviation is taken, or if it is not possible, it has been rejected as a defect in our quality department. Inspection is a major part of this system and it involves 100% inspection before dispatch. So every part has to be gone through this inspection process before the customer, before it passes to the customer. And this is nothing but a 100% inspection to segregate OK parts from the total parts. So it is basically a post-mortem activity and inspection activity. Hence, to try to minimize the inspection as far as possible. So it is, as it is non-valued activity, we all know it is a waste. We have to try to minimize the inspection as far as possible. Inspection is a non-valued activity as we are already knowing it. This is basically a post-mortem activity as we already seen, but it helps to arrest wrong or non-conforming parts going away to customer end. So important thing in QC, even though it is a non-valued activity, even though it is a post-mortem activity, even though it requires 100% inspection, even though the customer is not paying for it, we have to do this to avoid or to arrest wrong or non-conforming parts going from our factory to the customer end. So QC is an again important activity. Though it is non-valued activity, one has to perform this activity to ensure that wrong parts are not gone to your customer, wrong parts are not given to your customer. Hence, though it is non-valued activity and waste, it is equally important activity and hence need to be taken care at final inspection to arrest the outgoing defective parts at customer end. Now we go to second activity, that is quality assurance, the second way of quality, that is quality assurance. This is a newly defined concept of quality function. This is now popular and used in most of the industries. Here, everyone in the organization is responsible for the overall quality culture in the organization. So as we are knowing that it's basically a cultural change that is required if you want to improve your quality of your product in the organization, and each and every person in the organization, right from the owner to the operator level, is responsible for the quality of the product in your the organization. So it's everybody's responsibility. Quality assurance helps in producing defect-free parts right at first time. So this is very important, that producing right at first time parts, that is defect-free parts, is a responsibility of quality assurance. It is a preventive measure. We know QC is a basically post-mortem, but it is, that is quality assurance is a preventive measure. Is not only responsible for the inspection activity, but he is equally involved in the design and implementation of the process. So quality assurance is important here because he is involved in process design as well as process implementation. So it's very important to understand what process is required for that particular part or that particular product, and then he has to design it and see that it has been followed, it has been implemented at process control by the production team. He is also responsible and involved in various trainings in the organization for increasing quality awareness amongst the employees. So it is important that the quality awareness amongst the organization, right from top to bottom, is improved, is increased by taking various training at various levels, is responsibility of quality assurance. It involves process design. It works as a preventive measure. We must understand customer specific requirement and design our process such that it will meet customer requirement. So it's very important that it meet customer requirements first at right at first time. This is very important because process design, if you do it properly and if you follow it properly, then definitely there are chances that you will get good results in terms of right at first time, and will help you in reducing the burden on QC, that is quality assurance, of checking 100% parts before dispatch, because you will ensure that whatever products are being produced are inbuilt quality products. So the defects will be less, the defect prone processes will be eliminated, and you will get right at first time products in your process control. So document final process and validate it periodically. It's very important that you document the final process, that is the final process process design activity, and validate it periodically so that you can understand whatever design process you have designed for the first time right part are being followed properly, and it whether it is giving you that kind of result continuously and consistently. So it is very important to validate these processes. QA is also responsible for the monitoring and controlling quality of incoming material. So responsibility of quality assurance is not only to design the process and to ensure that it is maintained or it is implemented, but it is also responsible to monitor and control quality of incoming material. We all know quality of input material will decide the quality of output material. For example, we have to cook a good biryani, veg biryani, then one has to take a good quality of raw rice, that is basmati rice is required. Without basmati rice, one cannot able to make good quality of biryani. So it's very important to have good quality material for getting good output material. So that is here the role of QA, that is quality assurance, plays an important role in prevention of quality good quality material. So good quality material should be uh, responsibility of quality assurance. He has to ensure that all the material coming inside is of good quality, and only good quality material is accepted and given further to the production department for the processing. You can see here in this slide, you can see input, process, output is a general statement, but input is a responsibility of QA again, that is inward inspection. Then process design is also responsibility of QA, and process control, that is in between our input and output, there's a process. So process control is also responsibility of QA. So QA is a preventive measure who controls inward inspection or inward quality, who controls the process design, who controls the process control parameters, and that is why it is a preventive measure in your quality. Whereas output, you have a casting or the parts going from your output or last stage inspection to the customer are to be 100% inspected, is the responsibility of QC. There is a final inspection, 100% final inspection to segregate okay parts and defective parts from the at the final stage. So it is responsibility of QC. So QA, that is quality assurance, again after final inspection, QC separates some non-conforming parts, which is again input for QA to take further action on the process design raw material inspection and process control, etc. So after the final inspection, quality control gives you a feedback that there are in the last batch there are so many non-conforming parts I got. So you have to understand, analyze those parts, take appropriate action either in incoming material or in process control or in design of process, whatever it is required. You have to take those actions, and then you can make changes, and then whatever parts are produced next time will definitely better of better quality. So to improve those non-defective parts, again, QA is responsible to take action. So based on these inputs, QA has to modify the process or to correct process or to train people. This is another important thing, as to train people, to aware the people about the defects, aware the people about the non-conformance, aware the people about the process deviations, so that next time it will not going to happen. So train people to avoid such problems in next batches. So again, it is the responsibility of quality assurance. Quality assurance is equally responsible for the process control. For that, he has to take up process audits as an effective tool to get important input for the loopholes, deviations in the process control during the production run. A separate video on process control, that is process audits and process validation as well, is already there in our Dynamic Foundry group. You can go and see those videos. The link of those videos is given in the description box. Difference between QC and QA, that is quality control and quality assurance. Quality assurance is nothing but process oriented. It works on the process design, input process. So it is basically process oriented. QC is a product oriented. It inspected the parts which are coming there, segregate, and okay parts are being shifted to the customer, not okay parts are rejected. So QC is a product oriented. So testing, inspection, process audit, all those things are related to QC, whereas QA related to process design, raw material inspection, process control, process validation, training. So this is basically process oriented activity. While process audit is related to QA, QC makes sure wrong parts are not gone out of your factory, where QA ensures right parts are manufactured by using right input and right process. So this is very important to understand what is QC. QC is responsible for not going wrong parts to your customer, whereas QA ensures that right parts are manufactured or produced by using right input and right process. Prevention is always better than cure. So QA means prevention. Quality assurance is a prevention, while quality control is a detection. Quality control just detect it. It is a post-mortem activity, as we already seen it. Quality assurance makes sure you are doing the right things right way. So there is very important to have quality assurance at the top of your quality to ensure your quality is work as a preventive measure, and it helps you in improving your quality awareness in the organization. So role of QA and QC in reducing the rejection. So QA will help you in improving the percentage of right first time by better process design, better process control. So he helps an important role, or he plays an important role in controlling and reducing rejections. QA also helps you in providing good quality input for the production to achieve quality input. That is very important, that it helps you in getting better ideas, better control by doing process audits, by providing you good raw material, and making or designing proper process control parameters. QC will help or plays an important role in avoiding outgoing defective parts and reducing customer in rejection and customer complaints. Customer in rejections and customer complaints are always dangerous, and they will increase the dissatisfaction of the customer. So QC also plays an important role by restricting or limiting the wrong parts going from your factory premises to the customer end, that will help you to improve the customer satisfaction, and definitely it will be a big thing to improve the customer satisfaction, because any customer dissatisfaction will definitely give you a alarm to your business growth. So it's very important to restrict defective parts going out of your factory. QC can give important feedback to QA and production team about the non-conformance observed in the final inspection for correction before next batch production to reduce further damages. So QC again plays an important role here by giving proper feedback of defective parts, which defective parts, what hit number, cavity numbers, which shift, which supervisor, the area or location, the trains, and all this information which QC will give to QA will help you to take proper corrective action before you go for next production plan, so that those defects will not be get repeated. Those defects can be eliminated by taking proper action. So by this way, QC helps QA in reducing the rejection as well. So role of QC again is important here when it is sorting the rejection or defective parts. Is very important to get the proper or effective data from those defective parts. Separate video will be published on this particular topic, as it is a very important and very interesting topic, and this definitely that particular process of how to take rejection or how to analyze the rejection for effective analysis, effective corrective action is going to be very important. So a separate video will be there on this particular topic in future. But it is right that right now I can say that QC can help QA by taking necessary data or collecting necessary data in a proper way that can help QA in taking effective corrective action to avoid those defects in future. So thus QA and QC both always plays an important role in reducing and controlling rejections in the foundry. So it's very important part of quality. So this is from my side. Thank you very much for patient hearing.